In 2017, a brutal quadruple homicide rocked Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Law enforcement officials turned to Applied Biosystems' Rapid Hit ID system from Thermo Fisher Scientific to identify the victims and bring closure to the families. Bucks County continues to use this technology on a daily basis to catch criminals, exonerate the innocent, and keep the community safe.
When you have 4 missing boys, when you have killer or killers on the loose still, every second counts. I think the sheer speed, 90 minutes, which is really unheard of for law enforcement. The only people that do DNA 90 minutes is television, but not anymore. You know, we're doing it right here in Bensalem, you know, a town right outside of Philadelphia, to be able to bring closure for identification purposes to the family and to be able to link, you know, the blood from a object to the crime scene to the victim is priceless. When you use rapid hit and you use DNA every day, and that's what we do here, we use DNA every day, you stop crime in its track. You stop crime at that lower level. When we lock somebody up at 2 o'clock in the morning for loitering and prowling in somebody's front yard, chances are that person, even arrested, wouldn't go to jail that night. But now, when we get that person in custody and we run them through the rapid machine and they hit to 3 burglaries, they're launched, they're off the streets. In 91 minutes, their crime spree is over and they're done. And they're in custody, and at 92 minutes, there's one less victim out there.
When somebody walks in the door, they get arrested, they come back into our processing area, they get their photograph taken, they get their fingerprints taken, and then we ask them to consent for DNA. We give them 2 swabs out of a packet. They swab their own mouths, their own cheeks between the cheek and gum. They put it back into the envelope. We seal it, we write their name on it, and then we put it into our evidence and prepare it to either be sent to the lab or be put through the rapid instrument. If it is going to be put through the rapid instrument, it will immediately be handed to a detective. The detective will then sit down at the instrument and run that sample right away. Every one of our detectives are trained on how to use this instrument. So if it's 3 in the afternoon or 3 a.m., there's a detective on that can run the instrument and check the profile against our database to see if there are any matches to it. We have so many things to do in any one shift, especially our patrol officers. The simpler it is, the better. And for us, the Rapid Hit ID is the ultimate instrument that we could use for rapid DNA because it is so simple. It's a single cartridge, it's a single swab, you scan a barcode, you put the cartridge into the instrument, and in 90 minutes it creates a profile. It's simple, easy to use, efficient, and it is invaluable in our investigations.
I think there is a misperception in the public that we only use it to prosecute, to catch criminals and to prosecute people. But it's equally as important, if not more important, that we have this quick turnaround capability with rapid DNA to exonerate somebody. The last thing that we want here in law enforcement is to lock somebody up that doesn't deserve to be locked up. And with a very, very short, as short as 90-minute turnaround, we can make sure that even when somebody's a suspect, that they don't automatically become a defendant when we can clear that person with rapid DNA.
We've gone from 30 days to 90 minutes using Rapid Hit ID. It's an invaluable tool. We've had a major case where we used the Rapid Hit ID to exonerate someone who was in prison already. So the case was a female, a woman who was in her 80s. Somebody came into her room in the middle of the night and sexually assaulted her. When we talked to her, she's like, I know this person, he's a friend of the family, he came in, he was consoling me because my husband died a couple weeks earlier, he had a cup of coffee with me, and then he walked me into the bedroom and sexually assaulted me. I mean, for us as detectives and police officers, You can't get a case better than that when you have a victim saying, I know the person, I've known them for a while, and this is his name, and this is what he did to me. We get a warrant, we arrest him, we put him in prison. Well, what we did was we sent the rape kit out for a quick turnaround. We got a DNA sample from the swabbing of the victim, from sperm sample, and we got a reference sample from the man we arrested and put in prison. Well, when we ran his reference sample in the rapid hit ID, his DNA did not match the swab that was taken from the victim. So we immediately contacted the district attorney's office, advised them that this is not the person who committed this crime. They immediately withdrew the criminal complaint and got him out of prison. So this is such an important case for us. And I think everybody has to understand, once again, we don't just want to put people in prison willy-nilly for no reason. We want to put the right people in prison.